Hello everyone and welcome to our project where we build CRM system from scratch. So let's go ahead and start our bond server and tailwind and start our bundle. Whoa, what is that? Module not found. Should they maybe upgrade bond? Let's see. Okay. Failed to verify bond. Let's maybe go on bond website and see what is going on. Module not found. Source. Oh yeah, that's correct. That's correct. That's correct, guys. So we have some stuff. We can go and navigate, even edit stuff. And we can edit drop downs. Let's go ahead and implement this thing that is like we can click and it changes the state. Right, so let's go to journal, implement navigation, sorry, not navigation, yeah, navigation between the stages, stage change from the pipeline. Right, and today is October 14. Yeah, and so we want to render this guy first of all. Right, and you see like when he moves, these guys, they're like jumping around a little bit. I don't know why they have it that way, but so if screen recruiter is here, if I click on this guy, yeah, it's here. Okay, so it's kind of staying in the same place but moving a little bit because this guy is too wide, like very wide. Okay, so we want to render current stage in the pipeline. First of all, so we have card screen, and on the card screen we have div top, and inside of div top we have icon to go back and the column, and inside of the column we have title and horizontal pipeline. So we have horizontal pipeline, right? And we want, when we find a stage, when we go through all the stages one by one, if this is the current stage, we want to render like this block instead of just, you know, instead of just this check. So we have the card. Does card have a stage? No. Maybe it does. So we go through cards in every... Oh, so we don't have... We do have stage in the card. That's good. That's good. Do we have a constant? Yeah, we have. So we can say card fields, then get the stage field, stage of the card, and if stage equals stage of card, first of all, let's assert that the type of this guy is string. And then if it's equal to current stage, let's do nothing. And if it's not equal, we keep rendering how we rendered before. And let's see. So now we do not render the screening stage, and instead of screening we wanna do like the current stage. So it's gonna be like so we will have like a check, but it's gonna be inside of that block. So first of all, we want the color would be the same, so it's gonna be the same. But the background instead. And so let's just start with some simple stuff. Let's add the width and height. And so we have some block, right? We have a block. It's gonna be rounded extra large, and we wanna position it. So here we are positioning with, we have positioning bottom 11 pixels negative. So we wanna do similar stuff. We wanna say like relative, and then inside of div stage we're gonna have a like a, it's not an icon, it's just block. like div beige. Okay, and then let's position it slightly differently. So it's gonna be like this. First of all, the height. The height looks fine to me. Yeah, the height looks fine. So it's gonna be minus 15 pixels. And now we wanna add a text. So the text is gonna be let's add the check first. So add the check icon, right? It's gonna be inside of that div. The check icon will be very similar to our regular icon. So we will have like this stuff, but slightly different. Positioning will be different, right? And then well, do we need the absolute positioning? I think we do not, because we can say that this guy is gonna be like flex, justify center, items center, and then this guy has to be like transparent, I guess. Or like that. And then the colors have to be flipped, probably, so that the colors, so we need to say that stroke right now is current color, but we wanna say the fill is current color and stroke is white, probably. So when I say stroke, yeah, it's not good. So polyline is for the check itself, and path is for the round corner. Can we say like the stroke, the fill will be current color, and stroke is white. No, it's not working. So how do I flip the icon? How do I flip the icon? Let's see. So this is the check, I guess. Oh, yeah, so we have solid and we need outline check, right? We have solid and we need a little bit different outline. Okay, so we need to change that. So here the view box will be smaller. The fill is none. The stroke is current color. Stroke width is 1.5, and I guess the space we don't need. And then inside of that we only have path. And the path is a little bit different, shorter, and stroke line cap is round, and stroke line join is round as well. The fill, we don't have the fill. Stroke width we don't have, and stroke we don't have. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's not what I wanted. Oh, so I remember I modified the icon slightly. Maybe I added padding or something like that. Oh, I think I'm missing the width here. Right, and then let's say we have some padding. Not really what I wanted. Maybe we can say that the stroke is gonna be thicker, even more thicker. And the padding is gonna be bigger. Yeah, it's kind of okay. And then we need a background, and we need to flip the colors basically. So the fill will be current color, the stroke will be none. No. Okay. How do I freaking do this? Oh, so it's gonna be like text white, and then background. I want the background to be our color. How to set a background for the icon? That's interesting. How do we do it in usual way? So we have in our regular icon, but we don't have the fill, right? As well. We don't have the fill. We probably need something like that, actually. Let's try. So the view box is the same, the fill is current color. We don't have the stroke and stroke width. And then we have path with fill rule. Fill rule, it's gonna be even odd. Then we have the path. And clip rule. Okay, that's better. That's a lot better. And we want probably stroke width slightly more. Is it even working? I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe here. Nope. So if I change the color here to blue, and here if I say white, nope. Okay, that's no good. These icons are so hard. What we gonna do about it? I don't understand. Okay, let's copy. Oh my god, we could copy that guy. I did not know that. Okay, let's go. So we have view box 37. We have space preserve. And no classes whatsoever. And then we have path, which is, oh yeah. Okay, let's do it. So we have the path like that, and we have circle and path, but I don't remember exactly. I guess we transform this into something like this. Whoa, that's too big. That's too big, guys. So we should have all these properties for path, right? And so the stroke has to be white, basically. The stroke has to be white, and the fill has to be none. Stroke width 3, stroke line join round, and stroke meter limit. What is that? 10. And then stroke dash array has to be 180, and transition, we don't care about transitions for now, right? And maybe let's add some size. Right? Okay, and let's add polyline as well. And the polyline is gonna be, is it gonna be like similar or no? Kind of similar, but slightly different. So the path is the same, and then stroke is current color. That's important. Stroke is current color. Then stroke is white. Stroke is white, and basically fill none, stroke width 3, line join round, and meter limit 10. Stroke dash array 50. I don't know what these guys mean, but I don't know, maybe we don't need them at all. Maybe on other browsers they like matter, you know. So if I remove everything here, yeah, these are present in original code, begin, but in original CRM, but I don't see any effect of them. Maybe they are important for other browsers. Okay, We'll just leave them like that, and if we need, we can add them back. Okay, so icon is apparently the most complicated piece of code in CRM system, of course, and we probably need some padding, right? So we probably need like padding x2, maybe like 1. And we need a slightly smaller size for this guy. So maybe 5. Maybe not quite 5. Oh, yeah. So this is like 1.5, and this guy is 125. So I want something in between. 135 probably. Or maybe 1.4. Yeah. So let's say 1.4 M. Okay. And let's make a background color a little bit darker, probably. Oh, that's too much. Can I say like 250? No. How do I create like a in-between color? So it's like that. It's like that. Maybe it's about background opacity. Like I can say that the background is 400, and then I say opacity is 0.8. No, that's not good. Okay, so I need to say like, let's get a color. So we have this color, which is too dark for us. Let's just move it a bit here. Yeah, this is a good one. So let's use it. Let's say background blue 350. Like that. Okay. Nice. And let's position this guy slightly to the left. Something like that. So it's gonna be minus left minus 50 pixels. Okay. Why our popover is in the wrong place now? What the hell? What just happened? Oh my god. Why you gone? Come on, guys. This is ridiculous. So we have our popover, which is position absolute, and it's now, oh, it's 200 pixels. That's not good. Okay. That's just me being stupid. That's okay. Yeah. And what we wanna do next is let's just write a stage text on the page. So we have our page, and inside of that page we have an icon, and we also, oh, and let's actually fix this guy. So we want to add like something more to that, like div text equals do we want like maybe span text, right? And then for that span we will say inner text is stage, and the color of this guy will be text white. Okay, and for some reason it's getting outside of my div. Do I need to say that the width has to be fit? yeah, the width has to be fit, and probably the gap. We need like a gap between them. Right. Something like that. And let's make a text smaller. I don't like the background, it's too light. Let's make it a little bit darker. So yeah, let's use that one. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. We can add thickness a little bit, so it can be like font semi-bold. Right. And yeah, and maybe we wanna actually position the page with percentage instead of fixed width, because the length of the text can be different actually, and we want to accommodate that and make sure we have the position which takes that into account. So we can say calculate negative 50%, something like that, or maybe more. I don't know, let's see. Oh, that's not good. So it doesn't know how to calculate the left position. Okay, maybe we can ignore that for now. Maybe we can just be stupid for now. And that's it. Yeah, just be stupid for now. It's okay. It's okay to be stupid somehow. Sometimes. Right, and also let's say cursor pointer. Right, and all good. We good. I don't want this guy. I don't know why we need it. Don't need this arrow, because we can just click over here and that's fine. So that's what I think makes sense, but this arrow doesn't make sense to me, so we can ignore that for now. Okay, so we have our page which is looking fine, and then on clicking on other check icon we wanna actually re-render these two guys. Right, on icon, on stage icon, click render itself, update the state and re-render itself as a current stage. Right, so we take, first of all, we wanna actually have this block as a function now. As a function. And maybe not this block, maybe this block. Yep, because this stage, it's kind of the same. Maybe it's not. Yeah, it's a little bit different, like it has a listener and stuff. So yeah, we can say that this block will be a function that returns this guy, like a rendering function, and we can replace one node with another one, right? Yeah, so we need a way of rendering this guy, and we need also a way to replace a node. Replace with method replaces this element in the children list of its parent with a set of node or string objects. So we have div, we have p, and we say that div contains p, and we have span, and we say p replace span, and we have like that. That's cool. That's cool. So that's what we're gonna do, right? We wanna say that we have a function that returns this guy, and this guy goes here, and this function will be called render stage current, right? And it's gonna be like that. Okay, and it should receive a card, I guess. Stage. Oh, it receives a stage. Like that. And then let's maybe simplify a little bit here. Okay. So we have our stuff that we can call, and it returns our div for the stage current, and another function will be render stage regular, and it's gonna be also stage as a parameter, and the regular stage will be like that. Okay, and we have element stage. Oh, nice. So for every, okay, so this is the type that we want to receive actually as a function argument. And now we can say that render stage regular, stage element stage, and it returns div stage. And now we have a nice way of doing stuff. So yeah, we can like simplify that to say that div stage is always the same, but I don't care for now, so that's fine. And let's maybe also remove the unnecessary underscores now. Okay, so let's check that everything still works. Let's see, no errors, all good. Okay, and now on stage icon click, we want to update the state and re-render itself as the current stage. That's cool. So here we have like event listener, click. And we can say that render stage current. Well, first of all, we want to apply it to state, right? So we want to say that how do we actually move card from one stage to another? That's a good thing to think about. So now cards are presented in they are persisted, kind of persisted on the client side for now in different properties, right? And for each field, for each stage, we have like our own field which contains an array of cards for that stage. So in order to move the card from one state to another, you want to say that first of all we change the field in the card, right? Card fields, label field stage. Oh, okay, so maybe we want to receive the card as a field here, as argument. And now say like, okay, let's get a stage. We can actually reuse this guy. So function get card stage. like that. And right, and now we want to say that card. Well, we don't need to get the stage, we just need to modify it. So we can say card fields label field stage equals stage. Right, so for the current stage, right? So we say whatever you clicked, whatever stage you clicked, that's the one that we save into the card. So that's one stage, one state change that we need to do. And another one is basically moving the card from one property to another one, right? So we want to say like remove from the old one, stage old equals get card stage. Then we say like remove from the old stage, right? State cards and then stage old. So if state cards, how do I, so I have to iterate over the array, so I go from 0 to the length of that particular, so let's say cards, like that, and we say that cards I, if card ID equals card ID, we can say that cards splice I1 break. And we also want to say like removed, so we want to assert that we removed. Must have removed, must remove the card. And then we want to say put into new stage. And how do we put, whenever we drag, for example, whenever we drag, we insert, not here, so let's see, whenever we in the pipeline and we drag the card, how do we drop it? At what position do we drop it? Card stage previous. Oh, that's actually cool because we already implemented the removal, but it's slightly different here because we don't assert, we actually, if we do not remove, like, yeah, it's kind of different slightly. Anyway, insert into current stage. So we take the cards and we splice them. So that's what we want to reuse actually. Like insert card into stage, right? And we just say like that. We have a stage and we have a card. So we take the cards for the stage and we say that we insert it as a first element, and if we didn't have any cards, then we create a new array and that's it. Right? And another, yeah, that's what we want to do here. And we can say card and stage as a new stage, right? Yeah, and for this stage we can have like this. Oh, and we have also a bug here because we never actually, yeah, but I don't care for now. Like we just can drop some comment here, like, or you know what, just yeah, we can say like card fields label field stage equals stage. Right. Yeah, and then when we, yeah, this is done. And when we're done with the state, we want to first of all log it. We want to say state and see how it goes. So we have our John Doe card in screen recruiter stage, and if we click on that, we should have it in a different, in waiting for reply stage. John Doe, it's now here, it has new stage, right? And if we click again on test task, for example, we will see that we have John Doe here with a stage of test task, and we do not have it we do not have it in the previous stage. Cool. And now we can just say rendered stage current, which is gonna be stage, and it will return us a div stage, and then we wanna say that the previous, so we wanna get the previous stage div, if that makes sense. So maybe we wanna actually say, keep it like a reference to it all the time. Let me think about it. Yeah, we want to keep a reference to the current stage div so that we can always replace with it. Do we actually want to replace our own? Yeah, that's not correct. That's not correct. We want to replace our own div stage. Who is this guy? Like that. So now we can kind of replace it, but we do not replace the other guy. So that's what we're gonna do. That's done, and replace the previous current stage with a regular stage icon, right? So we can say like stage alt is gonna be here, and we can say render stage regular, stage alt, card elements stage, and div stage new regular, and here we want to say yeah, and here we need actually a reference. Yeah, for that guy we need a reference. Keep the reference to the current stage div, right? So we can say that elements horizontal pipeline is gonna be like div stage current, right? And here we say like that. Oh, and let's maybe pass this guy maybe we don't want to pass it to avoid too much type definitions. I don't know. Yeah, let's just use it. So here we can say like replace with div stage new regular, right? And we actually want to assert that it's defined. Right? So that's what we do. Render new current stage, and here we render alt current stage, like that. So now we Oh, that's not working actually. Yeah, because we do not update the reference. We should update it. Every time we render, we should update it to a new, but not here, over here, to a new current div. Oh, we should update it only when we are done with it. So the order matters here because we update. So we can just take it out like that. So we save the reference to it and then we put this reference into a state. So now we can navigate between these guys and it's all good. All good. We don't have the animation though, but for now I don't want to spend too much time on that. It's already working, and we also want to actually remove the field, because yeah, I don't want to re-render the card every time we move. Maybe I do want, I don't know, maybe I do want to render the card, because I don't know, like they do not render the stage column here. They don't have it. They don't have it. But I do. And I think it's a good thing to have it here. But they have like a drop down here, which I think we don't need. So it's like the opposite. Yeah, so let's do that. So we implemented stage change, a stage change from the pipeline, and then we wanna re-render the stage field. Maybe we wanna render the whole thing. I don't wanna be like too granular with this. We can say like we re-rendered the state. I don't know. Yeah, we render the card fields on stage change. That's for sure. It makes sense. So how do we render this stuff? We have a card, we have div top and div bottom, and in the div bottom we have div left, where we go through all the fields and do stuff, right? Yeah, so basically we go through all the fields and we create some, like, for every field we create a div container and append them to a div left. So in order to reuse this guy, we want to actually extract it as a function. this function will probably just clear all the fields, like it's gonna probably receive a div left, and well, no, I don't wanna like remove everything from that. I actually want to return I don't want to return an array of nodes. That's no good. Yeah, maybe I can take care of the whole thing, like render the div left completely, basically. Right? So it's gonna be like that. You have our rendering functions, and somewhere here we can say render card fields. We need to use a screen name as well, because it's not clear. Render card fields on screen card. Right? You just paste this code. Like that. Right? And we just receive a card here. And here we actually so we need a reference to the left div on the screen. We need this reference. Well, we can actually have this function be not a global function, but actually inside of the screen, right? Inside of the screen, basically, so that we could call it whenever we want. And we don't need to scope it like with naming stuff. We can just say like we can just have it at the top somewhere here, like that, right? And then we don't need the name of the screen of that function, right? And now we can say like that we're gonna accept the div left it's gonna be like that, and then we can say that we call this function over here, render card fields, card div left, right? Oh, yeah. And well, yeah, so rendering still works. And now we can just on the top in the stages, right, we can say that whenever we render stages, we also wanna render card. Change it field, and we can say render card fields, pass it the card, and we need a reference. We need to keep a reference. Right, we need to keep a reference to stuff. It will be like div left, and it's gonna be yeah, let's call them screen card. It's gonna be div left, like that, and we can just keep this argument and say that like that. Yep, so we save the reference. We actually want to save the reference before we pass before we call the function, like that. And then, so rendering still works, and then we want to say the same stuff here. Oh yeah, and before doing that, we want to say that replace children, like that. So now we have our card rendering, which is good, which is very good. Yeah, it's kind of okay. So let's see. Let's do the overview of what we've done. So we used this guy to insert the card in a stage, and then we implemented a whole bunch of stuff. So first of all, we extracted the code that was rendered in the card fields in the function. That's good. And then we, in the place where it was called before, we just removed all this code from that place and replaced it with a call to the function, right? And then we also have some functions to reuse for the card, which is good. And now we created a bunch of stuff in the pipeline. So we know now how to render the current stage. It's like a function for us. And we also know how to render the regular stage. And Yep. And we also know when we click on the stage, we take the cards from the stage. Oh, if it was not removed, we don't wanna fail. Yeah, that's good that I found it. So here, if the array is empty, we actually wanna say that like that. So, well, maybe I will write a stupid code like if cards length 0 removed 2. Right. So basically, whenever we click on the stage, we remove card from the current stage first, then we insert it into the new stage and update its stage field, right? And then we go ahead and render stages, and then we go ahead and render the card again, and basically that's our handler, right? And this is just some refactoring, and that's it. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with what we got. And we've done the re-rendering and stuff. Right. So now our stage is kind of nice. Right. Yeah, it's cool. No animations yet, but that's fine. We can get to them later. But it's already like working. Yeah. So thank you guys for being with me today, and I will see you on the next video.